Whoa! Hello, people. This is Lado bringing you an audio commentary for WCReplays.com. So the last audio I did was against Orc, and I did a close spawn TR Firelord AOW push, and a lot of people were like, "Oh, that game sucked. It was terrible. Blah blah blah." And then I was like, "Oh well, I'm not doing it to display the skills of the players. I'm doing it to display the effectiveness of the strategy." So anyway, that's what I'm going to be doing here. However, hopefully it's a little better of a replay. The replay that I'm going to be doing, I've actually won a lot of times with this strategy, and I'm just going to pick one of the replays that I did it in. I think, I'm not sure which one will be best. I'll tell you what, we might actually watch a couple. We'll do two of them, and we'll just do it at a fast speed. Anyway, the strat is still against Orc. Orc is by far my best matchup in Night Elf, as is most Night Elves. The strat is Beastmaster Mass Hunts, and you see it a lot in pro games on Nullwood. However, I was actually losing a lot on Nullwood because I was trying to go dots or bears, and so I wanted to try and start doing this Beastmaster Mass Hunts, and I just started doing it on every map just for practice. So I literally have done it like the last 12 games against the last 12 Orc players I played, and I've won every single game. So this strat is ridiculous if you do it right. Absolutely ridiculous. The first map that we're going to pick is on Twisted Meadows. The opponent is Etta Freven. I'm not really sure who that is. If it's someone in the WCR community, feel free to say something to me. Yeah, as I said, it's Twisted Meadows, so let's try and get this queued up. I'll label the two replays differently, and I'll do these back to back with the same audio, so you can see a little bit of a difference. I'll either do a TR one or an Echo WoW one next, because those are two maps that it's a little bit harder on. It's a little bit harder because it's a little smaller, and it's a little harder to hide your expo, which is a big part of this strategy. Okay, anyway, let's get this queued up at 30 seconds, going at, we'll do it at 2x speed, because as I said, whenever you do this strat, it usually is somewhat long. It's usually like an 18-minute game or so. So we'll do it at 2x speed, and it'll take about 9 minutes. Okay. So at least I think it's 18 minutes. I don't remember exactly how long this particular game is. But anyway, get this game queued up at 30 seconds, going at 2x speed. Okay, and unpause in 3, 2, 1. Unpause. Okay. So in terms of the build order, your first wisp, you just put all your wisps in your mine. Your first wisp out, you build a moonwell, and then you put 2 wisps on wood, and then your next wisp you build your altar. And you'll see I did that. On this map, you're going to want to try and block your base off. On other maps where it's a little harder to block your base off, or you might get cramped up, it's just easier just to block your wisps, because really either is okay. Whenever you block your base off, most of the time the reason I block off my base when I'm playing against Orc is so that I can build my tier 2 buildings without any hassle from the Orc. And oh, there, he just said who it was. It's Kirby. Okay. Anyway, the reason I block off my base against Orcs is because so I can get those tier 2 buildings up without any hassle from the Blade Master, having like pretty much 0 chance of him canceling them. On this particular strategy, you don't go tier 2, so there's really no worry about that. So you can either just block your wisps off to stop a Blade Harass, or you can do what I did. By doing what I did, you basically just protect your mine, which is okay too. Now in terms of what you want to do with your Beastmaster, right from the start you want to go straight to his base, and you either want to attack a burrow like I'm doing right now, or cancel his shop if he does have a shop up, and literally just keep attacking that burrow. He loses a lot of wood by doing that. It slows his tech. It basically, and really there's nothing else that you can do with a Beastmaster. Really your only other option with a Beastmaster is to creep those little greens. And it's really not that important to creep those greens, it's just better to harass, because an Orc can creep faster than you with a blade and a grunt. So what you want to do is just wait till you have 4 or 5 hunts, and then you can start creeping, because then you can creep pretty much anything on the map, and you can creep it really, really fast too. Okay. Now you see I actually made 3 moon wells in my base. I actually normally just do 2, and then my third I'll build a tree. Sometimes I do 3. It depends on how much pressure they're putting. But you'll see I put up my tree at 27 food. You want to do it then because of the way the gold works out. The way the gold works out is like as soon as you have enough gold, you have to buy boots with this strategy. So you hit 27 food, you buy boots, you make 1 more hunt, and then by the time that tree is up, then you have enough food to make your next hunt. And you'll see I just got enough. So yeah, in terms of, so you'll see after I have my 4 hunts out, then you want to start creeping. Get level 2 as fast as you can. But in terms of timing, you just want to keep it in your head. You should be able to know when an orc hits tier 2. I know just from timing in your head. In terms of if you're doing this strategy, pretty much right whenever you go over 30 food, then that's when the orc is gonna be tier 2. So as soon as he hits tier 2, you want to go to his base and try and cancel those tier 2 buildings, because the longer he doesn't have raiders, the safer your units are, basically, because those raiders are your #1 enemy with this strategy. Yeah, so you'll see my trees up, so I'm gonna creep it, and once again, as I said with another strategy, you can pretty much expect for him to creep jack you when you do this. So you want to bring at least 3 wisps down and start repairing your tree while you're creeping it and taking as little damage on your units as possible. But what ends up happening, like you'll see his unit count right now. He can't fight me even if he wanted to. What most orcs will do if your Beastmaster's still level 1, the thing is he gets level 2 from creeping this, but in the case that the blade steals all those creeps or whatever and your Beastmaster's still level 1, he's a really easy target to kill. So they'll try and focus him. So basically just run your Beastmaster away and let their hunts do the damage. The Beastmaster really doesn't do that much damage. You see he does 26 to 36, which is like a hunt and a half, which really is not that much. So you see, that's what he went for that time. He went to try and hex my Beastmaster. And a lot of times you're going to be able to get a surround on that Shadow Hunter, because the way orcs work, he's going to hex your Beastmaster, and then he's just going to right-click everything. Whenever he right-clicks everything, you have like half a second or so to get a surround on the Shadow Hunter. And half a second doesn't sound like too much, but half a second is plenty of time whenever you have 50 food hunts to get a surround on any unit you want, as long as you're ready for it. So as I said in that first fight, just be ready to get a surround on that SH, and you'll see I'm going to go for it right here too. You see, I just kind of have position on the Spirit Walker, but then immediately just go for the surround on the SH. It's extremely easy with hunts. Hunts are so fast, and that's one of the imba parts of this strategy. On bigger maps, whenever they're going to try and creep, like Nullwood, on Nullwood, most orcs are going to try and creep those shops out to get the items. But on maps like that, then what you want to do, like when you get your 4 or 5 hunts, you want to go around and just try and surround grunts, because surrounding grunts with 4 or 5 hunts and a hero and a summon is extremely easy. And you'll see I surrounded that Kodo, no problem. In terms of how you want to surround, if you guys don't know how to surround, you basically just get your units around the unit. You get like all of your units around the unit, and then you just click. Well, for my move key is Q because I use custom keys. And then you just mass click your move key and left click the unit, and your units will surround them. It's really easy with hunts. It's really one of the strengths of this strategy is your ability to surround and pick off units. Because by picking off those grunts, not only you're going to inhibit his ability to creep that second hero, but you're also going to inhibit his ability to basically take down your expo. Because a lot of orcs are going to try and suicide on your expo, so they'll come with like 3 or 4 raiders, 3 or 4 grunts, they're 2 heroes, and they'll just basically suicide on your expo, and they'll try and kill your expo. But by killing those 2 or 3 grunts early, you basically stop any chance of them doing that. If you can get surrounds on 2 or 3 grunts, then it's pretty much game over if you can get that at tier 1. It's really hard for an orc to come back from that. Yeah, so you'll see my Beastmaster hit level 5 because orc units give a ton of experience. It's another strength of the strategy. Once your Beastmaster hits level 5, he's like a one-man army. It's extremely, extremely strong. Now, in terms of whether you want to pick Quill second or Hawk second, if he has demos, a lot of people are going to try and go demos against you. If he has demos, I'd prefer Hawk second, because that basically the Hawk will rip up the demos in like 4 hits. It's pretty ridiculous. Or if he's not going demos, then you go Quill Beast, because Quill Beast actually does have more DPS than the Hawk.